Hey everybody, welcome back to the Model Works. Gary here with you again. Sorry so long in between videos, but just a lot of life stuff. You know how it is, and been in the process of getting a new roof put on the house, and that's actually not started yet. The actual installation, materials are here, and I've been dealing with that for the last few weeks with roof inspectors and insurance adjusters here. It's amazing that uh, all that stuff takes all the time in the world, and the actual roof goes on in 1 day or 2 days. And but anyway, that's been dealing with that. And in the last 3 or 4 weeks, also, I've been dealing with a scratch on the cornea of my left eye. And I've been dealing with that and going back and forth to the eye doctor. And actually, I had the same thing about a year ago. And my eye doctor thinks that I was probably rubbing my eye, or scratching it, or rubbing it when it was watering or irritating me or whatever. And I probably opened up the old scar from the abrasion from last year. And so she got me through that and got it healed up. But in the process of the exams, I found out I've got cataracts in both eyes, of all things. And so I've got consultation set up with an eye surgeon in October, and to see what he thinks the course of action should be. And she said probably surgery in both eyes, one at a time. So I got that to look forward to. And also, those of you who know me know I have a part-time barbecue catering business, and so I've been doing that, and that takes some of my time. And I apologize for not doing any of the updates, progress reports on the Glory Days of Drag Racing group build hosted by Joe and Tiffany at Big Sky Model Workshop and Dirt Road Cinderella, respectively. I just, when I get going, when I get bench time where I can build and get some good time in, I build and keep, I get going, and time kind of gets away from me, and first one thing and another, and then the next thing you know, you turn around and look, and the cars are almost finished. One's finished and then the other one's finished. So, but both of the cars are finished, and so I'm gonna do just a slideshow. I've got the cars sitting in their cases, keep dust off of them, because I haven't got the diorama built yet. I've got the materials for the case. The display case has got to be put together. It's got acrylic panels, so it's got to be assembled, and then I got to put together the visuals. Something similar to the box art there. It's what we're going to do in the display case. Probably not doing wheelies, but probably burnouts, pre-race burnouts, and something like what you see there. I don't know how much we'll go into detail on that, but so got to put that together, and then my final video will be that all the components put together in the display case put together and everything. So, but for now, I'm going to give you a rundown on what we did to the cars, and a slideshow at the end. So stick around for that. But just real quickly, the paint on the CUDA is MCW gloss yellow. The paint on the Mongoose is, I believe, Roman red gloss. The decals for the CUDA are STS decals. My hat's off to them, and thanks to them for the snake decals. That they turned out great. And the decals for the Mongoose are from Slicks. So they turned out great as they always do. Everything, I mean, I could have shook the box and let the parts fall out, and they would probably have fallen together. That's how these Monogram really had their stuff together when they did these funny car kits. These are super nice kits to put together. Uh, if you have a chance to put well, of course, the Mongoose is the old cop out uh, car, and it's been the cop out. It's been Custer's last stand or Duster's last stand. It's been now it's I think the Fireball or Fire or something um, that's out right now. If you haven't built a funny car, that would be one to get your feet wet on. It's fairly simple. It's not so simple that it doesn't look good. The chassis looks just like what the real car, the one-to-one cars look like. Monogram did their research, but their engineering and all the pieces that they just come together, just perfectly. Uh, all the cross pieces, on the chassis, those are notorious for not fitting, together right. Want to be too short, want to be too long, and but these on both cars came together just perfect, without any issues whatsoever. Now the CUDA, the body is weird because both cars were in their own sealed up plastic bag, and the CUDA had two bad gouges in the plastic on the roof. I don't know how that happened, whether it happened in the factory or whatever, but it had to do a lot of sanding and filling and priming, sanding, filling, priming, sanding, filling, sanding, priming, the whole 9 yards. And then it also had a divot right about there, right on the top, the very top of that line, that top part of the fender well there. So I had to put together a little sprue goo divot repair, if you will, for that. So we got that done, and of course both cars had the panel lines scribed for the door. I don't know why they do that for funny cars, because even in 1970 the cars were already fiberglass. And although I did read in an article when I was doing research on the two cars that the CUDA, the front grille assembly and headlights, all that was three-dimensional. It was not just a flat blank, with airbrush work. It was actually three-dimensional. So I had to hand paint all of that, just like it would have been on the actual factory car. But anyway, the panel lines were all scribed in, so I had to go in and fill all that up, and we got those all taken care of, and it all turned out really, really good. The paint turned out flawless. It's beautiful, beautiful paint. Cleared with MCW enamel 2K clear. And let's see what else. The tin work and the suspension work, the tin work and all of the engine work are either AK Interactive Extreme Metal, or their True Metal paste wax in the tube, or Vallejo metal colors. Yeah. So all the metal work is one of those three. The chrome work, all of the chrome work, suspension and on both cars are Fusion Firm. The wheels on the CUDA are Revell Chrome Spray. The wheels on the Mongoose are the Fusion Firm. And let me say for the record, I like the Fusion Firm much better. I put the wheels on the CUDA, the Revell Chrome Spray, in the dehydrator the same amount of time that I put the Fusion Firm, about 10 hours. Let both sit for a day after that, and I smudged up one of the wheels on the CUDA and had to strip and redo it. And the Fusion Firm was, I touched it, fine. I just wanted to see what it would do, and it was fine. So, but that's kind of everything in a nutshell. And then, like I said, I'll do this slideshow, and then coming up in the next, I don't know how long, maybe a couple of weeks, we'll have the diorama built or something like that, and maybe longer, I don't know. And so we'll get that finished here as soon as we can. But enjoy the slideshow, and like, subscribe. If you've not, like I said, if you've not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, let you know when I'm going to pop a video. And next day or two, I'm probably going to do a video on my next build, which may be the Assemblers Unite build. I'm not sure. Either that or one of the other group builds. I just hadn't made my mind up. But anyway, take care, everybody. Take care of one another. Don't take crap from anyone.